We've been working on this sailboat quilt. Let's go make our patchwork that's going between the blocks. But always remember to share this so it was saved to your profile. You can find it when you're looking for it again later. I started with 27 2.5 by 6.5 inch pieces. The first thing I'm gonna do is lay them out like I want them to look. Full disclosure, if I wasn't filming this for y'all, I would not be going through all this effort. I would be picking up 2 pieces that don't match, and I would sew them together, and 2 more pieces that don't match, and I would sew those together. And then, when I had most of my pieces sewn together, I would put 4 pieces together that generally had different colors or that I didn't have colors next to each other, and then I would do the same thing over and over, because the randomness is what I like. But my students are like y'all, and they want to lay it out and make sure that it's exactly perfect before they start sewing. I said all of that to say my process isn't wrong and your process isn't wrong. You do it like you want. You do what works for you and make sewing enjoyable, because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. So we want it to be 3 across and 9 down for a total of 27. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick this one up, and I'm going to lay it pretty side to pretty side. I'm going to sew right here. After I'm done with that, I'm going to lay this one here pretty side to pretty side and sew that, and so forth until I sew this entire row. And then I'm going to sew this row, and then I'm going to sew this row. This is going to make an 18 by 18 inch finished block because my appliques are 18 by 18 inches. But if you wanted your appliques to be smaller, just reduce the size when you print them out, and then make your patchwork smaller or make them larger. You do whatever you want to do. Just like we talked about a minute ago, everybody's process is different and none of them are wrong. I can't wait to see what y'all make out of these. The sailboat appliques are available at hometownquiltcompany.com. They come individually or as a set. But y'all don't forget to email me a photo to hometownquiltcompany@gmail.com. I want to see, and so does everybody else. I get so many comments in real life on your show and tell. Y'all keep sending them, and I'll keep posting them. Next thing I'm going to do is iron mine. Y'all want to know why such a large iron? I don't love the small iron. I have one. I don't love it. If you will love yours, I want you to use it. I just don't love mine. And I iron my seams to one side. There's a bunch of schools of thought about ironing them open or to one side. Some people think if you iron them open that it harms the integrity of your stitches because there's nothing there holding it together except for the stitches. I don't necessarily think that's true. I'm just lazy. I'm not into ironing them open. So if you want to iron them open, I think that's perfectly fine. But I just iron mine to the side. I've ironed mine, you've ironed yours. Now, we're going to fold this one over, pretty side to pretty side, and sew right down here with a straight stitch. 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. Then, we're going to open it up and lay this one over, pretty side to pretty side, and we're going to sew down this seam. And that's going to be our block. And y'all do not get in my comments arguing about which way to iron your seams. Everybody on here is a grown adult, and we can all iron our seams however we want to. That's it. Here is your sailboat patchwork that's going to go in between the applique blocks. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.